Holy crap. Our AC compressor's not squealing. And it's blowing freaking cold air. Patches has been off the road for like 5 years, sitting in a pasture. Turn the AC on. Cold air. No compressor noise anymore. That's the key to fixing Subarus. Just neglect them and let them sit for a long time, and then when you start them back up, all the issues will go away. Oh, those sticky cup holders. These things never wanted to work right. Forgot Patches still had the original owner's manual. Sorry, I'll turn that off. I'm sure it's making lots of noise and blowing and yada yada. Camera, microphone. When I first got this little booger, all of this was cut up and missing. This was broken all to pieces. This whole center section was cut out, and there's a piece of sheet metal and some gaudy aftermarket radio in here. I had to replace the entire dash. Found an OEM double CD cassette radio for it. I believe I had to find these two parts. Had to find a new control unit. Had to find this trim piece. Hey, horn still works. Hey, the gas gauge started working, I think. I don't know how much gas is actually still in this car. Temp gauge working. Speedo and tach are working. No check engine light. I'm surprised. Patches always had a check engine light. Well, some days had the check engine light, some days it just randomly decided to go off for a couple of weeks. And I can't even remember what the code was. I think it sporadically threw Knox Center codes. I'd put some used ones on it in the past. And I think it had a 420 code, which with almost 300,000 miles on the clock of this 2.2, I wouldn't put it past needing a catalytic converter at this point. Actually, no, I remember now, the cat was clogged when I got the car, and I gutted it, so there is no cat on this car, so I'm surprised it's not thrown to 420 already, but hasn't been running long enough to go for a drive cycle. And man, that's amazing. I'm just like blown away by the fact that the AC is still charged, has not leaked out, blowing super cold, and the compressor is not making that horrific noise it was making. Because this is a second junkyard compressor I put on this car, and both of them had a really bad squeal in the front bearing. It'll probably come back come summertime, but for right now it's quiet. The painted alternator, the original alternator died on Patches at about 270. No, like a year or so ago when I moved Patches, alternator had died from sitting. This alternator came off of my 93 Impreza wagon, the little red one. It came off of the parts engines. Whoever owned the car painted the entire engine, everything, alternator, everything under the hood, spray painted it blue. Even painted the muffler for whatever reason. So, I don't know. Still full of coolant, still full of oil when I checked it before starting it up. Everything seems to be doing pretty well, surprisingly. Plug wires are nearly eat through from mice chewing on them. I'm afraid to touch them too much, I might get shocked. But hey, we're running with no misfires, so counts for something. Uh-oh, might have spoke too soon. We're getting some weeble wobble. Come on, Patches. There you go. Clear it out. Might be running out of fuel. I might want to cut this off. I didn't think about that important fact. I don't know how much gas is actually in Patches. So let's go ahead and shut it down before we run out of fuel. Hey, look at there, check engine light. Uh-oh, flashing check engine light. So we got a misfire. I just had to say something about them daggum spark plug wires. It's so funny, I mentioned it and then we started getting a misfire. It's almost like I jinxed myself. Okay, that fixed it. I wiggled that plug wire that I'd poked earlier, and yeah, we need plug wires. So that was easy. Check engine lights on now. I'm sure it will be a P0301. Right? Yeah, that's cylinder 1. Brain fart. Alright, let's shut her down. Man, I missed this little car. Yeah, I know. Such a crappy little pile of junk, but it's got that sentimental value, which is not always a good thing to attach to things. But, oh well. So, first plans. Even the daggum throwout bearing's not squealing, which is weird. It was squealing like crazy when I parked the car. It actually ran pretty well to have 2 front flat tires over here. But, cosmetics. We got the JDM GTB front bumper and fog lights off of my 98 GT to replace this Legacy GT USDM bumper I found in the junkyard and put on, because when I bought the car, the front end was wrecked. We've got the JDM one-piece GTB projectors in the shop, and also the JDM grill. This is I believe this is an Outback grill that I plasti dipped like 7 years ago. And I think there was a big dent. Yeah, there was a dent in this fender. I've got a white fender off of my 98 Legacy GT over here that I think is dent free and would actually match better, because Patches has a white hood and will be having a white bumper with the JDM bumper anyway. Oh yeah, I about forgot about that. I don't know what it is, but every single Legacy Outback wagon I think I've ever owned has always had a dent right here. The LL Bean had a dent here, Patches had a dent here. My 3.6R actually had a little dent right here into the hatch. And my white 05 actually didn't have one. But I think the 2 other parts cars over there, I think they've got dents back there too. Anyway, whatever. I guess it's people not judging distance correctly, backing up and smacking stuff with that back corner. So all in all, I'm very impressed with little Patches here. I can't believe that it's running so well and everything seems to be working after all this time off the road. But that's one of the things that got me hooked on Subarus, how great and reliable they are. Well, I'll lean towards the old school ones like this more so than the modern ones. Not to say the modern ones are no good, they just don't have that same Subaru feeling, Subaru aura about them, as stupid sounding as that is to say about a car. But car people know certain cars give you a certain kind of vibe or feeling. What the heck? That was weird. Oh, there you are. Someone commented about the flight path. Yeah, I'm over like 900 different flight paths. There's always a plane flying over this house, over the farm. Either commercial airliners or Black Hawk helicopters or giant military airplanes. It's always something going, coming every which way. So
Thank you.
ABS light. Uh-oh. I wonder if we can get the 92 parts SVX to start and move under its own power. Oh, wow! That's a big rat under there. Ooh, he spooked me. I guess that's your new home. That's not how it looked when I parked it. Oh God, he scared the crap out of me. Where'd he go? He's over there behind the intake manifold. Ah, you furry little Okay, not gonna mess with this. I'll tow it out with the tractor later. Ugh.